Now here's one from the brand Ormonde Jayne that I've never covered before. I am super excited to talk about this one. It's called Kashmir. And of course, this has cashmeran in the dry down, but there's also incense, there's benzoin, there's vanilla, there's blue poppy, iris, a lot of spices in the opening as well. But in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on this release from this brand. And I truly love this brand. I have so many of their offerings. And I'm also going to let you in on a very special giveaway opportunity very soon. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Kashmir by Ormonde Jayne, I'm going to talk to you about the smell, the notes, longevity, comparisons, all that good stuff. But before I dive into the review, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, with that being said, here we have a fragrance composed by Geza Schoen, and of course this has a lot of spices in here. There's pink pepper, there's coriander, so it has this smooth, spicy opening, and it's nothing too aggressive or assertive in the opening. It actually portrays a really nice, amicable smoothness all the way through from top to bottom. You are going to get some floral components in the heart as well. So I get predominantly blue poppy, which is a very interesting ingredient, not one that you encounter too often, but also jasmine and iris. So it possesses this clean white floral personality. And then of course, in the dry down, one would be left to question, is this going to be a very heavy amber perfume? I mean, look, with incense and myrrh and benzoin and vanilla, you're going to think to yourself, wow, this is going to be a pretty heavy hitting fragrance, touches of patchouli in there as well. So anyway, I'm going to break it down for you as best as I can, but please shoot on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. After you become a registered reader, just drop a comment on the article, and that's all you need to do to enter the giveaway. I wish you all the best of luck. However, just please make sure to check back on over to cephalabon.com on the date that's mentioned in the article, because that's when the winner is going to be announced. You're not going to get an email or a text message or anything like that. You have to check back on over to the website to find out if you're the lucky winner. So best of luck. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. So right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this smooth, creamy, velvety vibe from it. And of course, with a name like Kashmir, I love how it takes that, tactile texture and converts it to an olfactory landscape. I think that's very beautifully done. And of course, it takes a very special type of perfume expertise and creative direction and craftsmanship in order to be able to convey that. And I think this one is done so majestically. I think it's done so beautifully. I really am a fan. So the coriander, smooth. Pink pepper, smooth. And pink pepper for me always had a bit of a rosy feel. And I'm not saying that this fragrance smells explicitly of rose, because honestly it doesn't, right? I get more of those white floral tendencies like the iris, like the jasmine, like that poppy, which is not a white floral per se, but it does convey a sense of tranquility, which I think works in harmony with the white floral ingredients. So you do get this floral bouquet in the heart. However, you don't smell this and think to yourself, oh wow, a flowery perfume. Not at all. There's a certain complexity to it. So you do get the incense, but it's not smoky. You do get the vanilla, but it's not saccharine. You do get the resins, but it's not sappy or viscous or sticky. It's interesting how everything is sort of like subdued. Everything is very tame. And I'm not going to call it a second skin perfume, because I think that also conveys that the performance is not up to snuff. In the case of this fragrance, it actually performs very well, which is the case for a lot of Ormonde Jayne fragrances, like Arabesque, and I think it's called Taif, something or other. They have some really long-lasting fragrances, and I've been a fan. And of course, they do have a lot of, lighter fragrances like Sakura or Gatsby 22. I'm telling you, I own so many from the brand. I've been acquiring Ormonde Jayne fragrances for many years now. This is one of the ones that is not total beast mode, but it's up there in terms of the longevity. So for me personally, I got about 7 to 8 hours on skin. Of course, it's all going to be contingent upon your skin chemistry, projection, a little bit beyond an arm's length for the first hour of application, and elbow's length scent right around hour, I want to say 5 or something like that. Look, if you want something that is smooth and creamy and velvety, I think it's that vanilla and cashmere combination that really creates this silky smoothness in the perfume. And it's something that is a really mass appealing DNA. Mass appealing, but also possesses a certain sense of uniqueness that you're not going to find in a lot of other fragrances. Although I will argue that it does possess this Ormonde Jayne DNA. There's a motif among a lot of, and of course with Linda Pilkington, you know, lending her expertise to so many of these beautiful fragrances, you will see there is a motif that kind of unifies all of the Ormonde Jayne fragrances. This one is delightful. Please try this. If you are a fan of cashmere, if you're a fan of subtle vanillas, if you're a fan of, you know, these gentle floral ingredients, this is one you really need to try. And I sincerely hope that you love it. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, it's quite unique as far as I'm concerned, and all of their fragrances are unique. Like I said, whether we're talking about Montabaco Verano or Gatsby 22 or Sakura, or there are just so many fragrances from the brand that I really enjoy, they're all quite unique. I can't make explicit comparisons to any other designer or niche fragrances on the market. Longevity, 7 to 8 hours. Projection, a little beyond an arm's length for the first hour of application. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 5, I would say. In terms of the versatility, look, perfectly unisex, great for every season of the year. However, I can see somebody wishing to wear perhaps one of their heavier options in the winter time. So I would say spring, summer, fall. I think all of those are great. And this is more of a formal occasion fragrance, but look, wear what you like when you like to wear it. You know, don't place these, you know, superficial restrictions on, you know, the perfumes that you like to wear. If you like to wear it, if it puts you in a good mood, if it makes you feel great, by all means, please wear it. And I think this one will appeal to anybody of any age. As far as the presentation is concerned, I do like the more angular look of their presentations with the shoulders that kind of droop down a little bit. So, you know, the brand has, you know, altered their presentations for the better a few times now, and I really love it. I love the color gradient. I think it looks very elegant. My final verdict on this fragrance is, I think it's an amazing fragrance. It's a fantastic addition to the lineup. And of course, this is not a sponsored video, and I'm not dropping an affiliate link to this product, but I will put a link down below to an authorized retailer if you're interested in purchasing this fragrance or sampling this fragrance. I think you should, at the very least, get a sample, see how it works with your skin chemistry, see if you like it, and ultimately, if you do, you can commit to a full bottle purchase. But personally, I think it's a great, smooth, creamy, velvety, slightly sweet, cashmere type of a perfume. It's wonderful. So thank you so much for watching. That was the latest Cephalabon contributor video. Again, make sure to check on over to cephalabon.com. First link down below in the description box. Participate in the giveaway. You have a chance to win. Best of luck, everybody. And of course, if you took something of value from today's review, I would really appreciate it if you would support the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. It really goes a long way for me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.